TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
Welcome to TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. Today we're embarking on a journey through the heart of Saudi Arabia, exploring the rich history and vibrant culture of this fascinating kingdom. We'll start in the capital city of Riyadh, at the historic center of Diriyah, a UNESCO World Heritage site that's steeped in tradition and heritage. From there, we'll head south to the stunning region of Aseer, where natural beauty and warm hospitality await. Join us as we uncover the hidden gems and exciting experiences that Saudi Arabia has to offer. Let's get traveling with these interviews from the Arabian Travel Market in Dubai.
So my name is Naif Awlia. I'm the Director of Tourism and Engagement at Diriyah company.
Breaking travel news at the Arabian Travel Market. Traveling the region, we've come across to Saudi Arabia and look at these impressive gates. These are the gateway to Diriyah. So Naif, your participation here is pretty impressive, these gates behind us. What are you showcasing?
So Diriyah being the birthplace of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and home of the royal Saudi family, we're here showcasing the culture and the heritage and our hospitality, if you want to say. So as you can see in our booth today, we focus on our cultural elements such as the doors. It showcases part of the culture and society and what it used to be like 300 years ago. So,
I want to find out who your partners are, any special announcements you can make, but first of all, let's establish where Diriyah is in Saudi Arabia.
So Diriyah basically it is in the heart of the capital city of Riyadh, but we're literally just a highway that separates us, and we're considering ourselves as the birthplace of the kingdom and the capital of the cultural Saudi state.
Great, understand. So Arabian Travel Market, very, very busy. What's been your sort of key announcements?
So we just signed with two of our partners. One of them is the leading DMC, Go Zahid, and then we also signed with a DMC that's based in our destination, Banjur Saudi.
So DMCs, destination management companies, very, very important for getting people into your destination.
Oh, definitely, yes. I mean, those 3 million visitors that we just announced about didn't just come from nowhere. I mean, it was through our partners, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What are your key source markets then?
So, I mean, everybody's welcome to Diriyah. It's open to all. We're looking at people coming in from Far East, from the West, even, Europe, even as far as long hauls coming into the US.
Okay.
So everybody is welcome to come to Diriyah.
So if I was doing a guided tour on your stand, what would I see behind us?
So you'll be seeing a calligrapher, you'll be seeing the Diriyah doors, let's say artist, you'll be seeing another, let's say sculpture that showcases the different elements of Diriyah's, walls. And also you'll have an oud player that you'll see on the other side of the
Is that him playing at the moment?
I believe so, yes.
Yes. Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
And for people wanting to stay in this important site, what's the accommodation situation like at the moment, and what's the pipeline?
So at Diriyah we're planning to have nearly 40 hotels.
Wow.
The first one just opened up last year, in Q4. That's the Bab Al Samahn Luxury Collection Hotel, 134 keys. It's open, it's there, it's a 15-minute walk from the UNESCO Heritage site.
Okay, we're going to check that one out a bit later on, I think.
Yeah.
But to finish off, what would be your key message to visitors coming to the stand here at Arabian Travel Market in terms of visiting your amazing location?
I mean, honestly, I tell everybody just come with an open mind, come and enjoy what we have to offer. It's very unique. What we have to offer as the capital of the cultural Saudi state, it is something really, really state-of-the-art, something quite unique you can enjoy.
Great. Naif,
perfect.
Thank you very much. I'll say shukran.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
My name is Fabrice Ducry. I'm the general manager of Bab Al Samahn, part of the luxury collection in Marriott's portfolio.
Breaking travel news, traveling the Arabian Travel Market over at Saudi Arabia and Diriyah, and the first hotel to open there did so a few months ago. Fabrice, tell us about it.
Well, honestly, it's been quite an interesting ride to be able to be opening the first hotel in Diriyah portfolio. Part of, I'm sure that you've heard already, more than 40 hotels that would come up. Bab Al Samahn is quite of a unique property because it's also a heritage hotel, renovated and restored property, and 134 keys. Every single room and suites are different. There's not one shape alike, all unique and different, which from an operation perspective, a true nightmare, but from a cultural immersion, a unique experience.
Yeah, sounds like it. And of course you started the project way before the opening time, so what did you start with?
Well, I mean, it started really literally from the picking up every single item that would go into the hotel, from the OSNE to also the layout, because we had to rework a little bit on some of the layout because the rooms were so challenging. it's not a cookie cutting version. So it really felt like 134 hotels open at the same time.
So that's the actual sort of structure, you might say, of the hotel. But from the operations side, that is key, isn't it? Guest experiences. What are you doing on that aspect of the hotel?
Well, being at the birthplace of the kingdom, our assignment was to try to make a full cultural connection to the Najdi culture, which is the region of Riyadh, and to really bring back the authenticity of whatever we could into whatever we would do. So all the touch points from the hotel, from the moment they arrive, all the way through their journey, has to have that connectivity with the authenticity of the Najdi culture. And that from the setting itself, all the way to your taste and so on. And Luxury Collection, being the destination authority, we pride ourselves to really try to make sure that guests immerse themselves in whatever we do.
Okay, early days, and what's been the initial reaction from your very first guests?
Well, so far, and this is what makes me even more excited, because there was no such property in Riyadh, and we are the very first one to be able to offer that. And at the same time, it gives, from a touristic point of view, in Saudi Arabia, really now an opportunity for guests to be able to enter to the kingdom through Riyadh and have already from there a true cultural immersion through Diriyah and staying with us at Bab Al Samahn, and then afterwards continue that journey throughout the other destinations such as Alula, the Red Sea, and so on, that are now booming up.
So a gateway, a door, you might say, and Bab, of course, means door, doesn't it, or gateway. What does Samhan mean?
So, as you mentioned, Bab is the door, is the gate of Samhan, and actually Samhan is the Samhan district. So, as much as the hotel is unique, it has a portion of restoration and heritage. So, part of the buildings are truthful for, and the rest has been reproduced to the authentic. The Samhan district that used to be there 300 years ago during the first Saudi states. So it's a really reproduction, so you feel like in a village.
Absolutely brilliant, and great description from you. Pleasure talking to you, and what a fascinating property you have by the sound of it.
Well, next time it's not about talking about it, it's to come and experience it.
We'd love to. Thank you very much indeed.
Lovely, thank you very much.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
Breaking travel news, exploring Saudi Arabia, and we're over at Aseer to find out more, not so much the business side, we've done that before, but the destination, this region of Saudi Arabia. So, Dr. Amr, tell us about the location within the kingdom.
Okay, so Saudi Arabia is in the southwest region of Saudi Arabia. It's known for its mountains. We try to complement, the other areas in Saudi Arabia, and we're trying to differentiate ourselves by, I would say, the clouds, right?
Yeah,
you can see the cloud beneath you, which is quite an experience, right?
Yeah, sure,
when you go to one of the mountains and you see the clouds beneath you, that's very interesting. The other thing that we try to promote is the culture. We have villages that are like 2,000 years old, and I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of villages that would be interested. Of course, it's not the village itself; it's the story behind that, right? So it's the visitor experience about that. Recently, we're focusing on our cuisine in here, so we have very delicious food and very different food.
What would you say is the cuisine? What's the nature of the cuisine?
Well, the cuisine is made of mainly wheat and meat, right? Yeah. It's cooked in different ways because of the diversity within Aseer. It has different ways of cooking in there. Honey, we're very known for honey and coffee. So these things that we are trying to focus on, and we have like a global prizes that we have won in that regard.
Well, great stuff.
I'm sure it's going to be quite an experience in the culture perspective.
Yeah, now, I understand that the villagers, the people of the region make their own clothes. So what do they use for this?
Well, the material and fabric itself is very common, like any other clothes, but we're known for what we call the Qitt al-Aseer, which is a design that is known in the UNESCO, and that was started, by the Aseeri woman, where she used to draw that inside her house, and it became like a trademark for us.
So it's the actual design rather than the material, which
exactly.
is unique to the
It's
region.
absolutely
Okay,
unique.
fantastic.
Beautiful.
And what about activities and adventurism? Because that's so important with tourism these days.
So, we try to diversify our experience with all visitors. We have, the food side, we have the villages side, and the stories behind these from a historical perspective. We also leverage on our geography, where you can go up to the mountains, and you have like some extreme sports going on in there. Aseer is also known for having different terrains, right?
Yeah.
Where we have mountains and we have a coast.
Okay.
That coast we're working on that, by having diving and skiing and all of these activities. The interesting thing is that all of that is within 2 hours drive.
Fantastic.
Which makes it very interesting to see it. And you can feel the temperature changing from the top of the mountain to the coast.
Well, you've got a wonderful video showing here, which no doubt is online. So do a search of Aseer. And I've just noticed you've got paragliding off the top of mountains, down to people camping on nice campsites, and then water sports as well. So a real mix, which is great. Key thing, people traveling from this part, say from the UAE into Saudi Arabia, are there direct flights, or is there a hub to get to?
That's very important. Now, the accessibility to Aseer, we have worked on this heavily. Recently, we have announced a new airport, which is like 3x capacity. That's very critical, for the accessibility of the region. We have like 2 main giga roads that's also happening, to increase the accessibility. Referring to the airlines, yes, it's increasing gradually. We have Diriyah has joined, Qatar Airways has joined us recently. More are coming. The number of weekly flights are also increasing. So, and we're targeting a year-round destination. And I would like to invite everyone. We have the Jacaranda season right now, the summer season. And the winter too.
Okay. So connectivity is the theme of this year's Arabian Travel Market. It seems like you've been really focusing on that in order to get people into the region seamlessly from the cities here in the Gulf.
I mean, we're very keen to have a good quality of life in terms of people in Aseer. That will also reflect, the people, visitors coming to us.
Great talking to you. And next thing is going to be, it's got to be a visit to the region to visualize and experience what you have to offer.
Please do.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
TravelWise is a Phil Blizzard radio production. Email me at philblizzardmedia@gmail.com.
A Phil Blizzard radio production.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.